Hey guys, welcome back to Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless. I'm Joan.
And I'm Coco. And this is Bunny.
We're going to be doing our reaction on episode 3 of Bridgerton Season 2.
This one was so good.
It's actually one of my favorite episodes. Before we get started, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do lots of reaction videos.
This episode starts off with the flashback to how Anthony's dad died.
And he was very traumatized by his death because he was the one first witnessing it. It's like he had to grow up
Super fast.
I was very just alarmed whenever they asked him, hey, when should we move out the belongings of your mother? Because it's your room now.
I think that was the moment where he realized, like, oh shoot, like everything falls on me now.
I'm the decision maker.
It definitely makes me much more sympathetic towards him.
Mm-hmm. The Bridgertons have returned to their ancestral home, Aubrey Hall. And can we talk about how much it resembles their house in the city? Like, it gives off very Bridgerton vibes, especially with the flowers and vines. They're inviting the Sharmas for a stay before they invite the rest of the ton for a party. Daphne is also back joining them.
She says she's not going to miss the annual pall competition.
And she brings back the baby.
And Eloise, she's like, has he changed? I already saw him last time. That's how I am with a baby. I can totally sympathize.
Whenever the Sharmas arrive, Kate is just admiring at how beautiful the house is.
I had flashback to like Pride and Prejudice, where Elizabeth Bennet sees the big old house and she's just like, wow. Like in awe.
Anthony greets Kate. Anthony's just very confident that he's going to be able to change her opinion of him.
And Daphne sees and mistakes Kate for Edwina.
But I feel like Daphne, all throughout the episode, whenever she looks at them, she feels like there's something going on.
So does the mom and Lady Danbury.
And Colin.
Oh, and Colin? What did he say?
Well, he didn't say anything then, but whenever they were playing pall later on, Kate hit Anthony's ball first and then went to the woods.
Yes. And
then Colin hit her ball in the same direction.
So you think he did that on purpose? Oh, I didn't think of that. I thought he was just cutthroat. Because that's what Daphne said.
So apparently Pall Mall is like a big event in the Bridgerton family, and all of them are so competitive. You could see immediately that Kate actually fits in better with the Bridgerton family because Daphne's going around showing Kate and Edwina, introducing them to the rules of the game. Edwina's kind of like, oh, like, aren't we just supposed to win? Why are we trying to make our opponents, like, lose?
And Daphne tells her why. If you want to be evil, you want to hit someone else's ball far away so they don't have a chance to win.
That's like me whenever I play board games, like Catan.
Yeah, that is like Joan. I'm more like the Edwina type when I play games. I just like kind of go with the flow and I just play for the enjoyment. I'm not there to like beat everyone.
The enjoyment's better whenever you give other people a hard time. But Kate's like, this is the right game for me. Like, I'm in it to make everyone else miserable, especially Anthony.
And I love how they let her pick the mallet. And she happens to grab Anthony's favorite one. And Anthony gets left with the pink one. I know.
Edwina hits her ball, but it goes into the woods. But she didn't want to go catch it, so she just backs out of the game.
I was wondering, like, she looked into the woods like she was scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is she scared of the woods?
But then she looked at her dress. And she was like, maybe it might be inconvenient or unladylike to go into the woods.
She didn't want to dirty her dress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Colin had his opportunity. Colin hits Kate's ball into the woods too. It definitely gave Kate and Anthony an opportunity to sort of make up.
Yeah, and they did. In the mud. I was horrified by all the mud. Like, I don't see how that dress can be saved. I was so surprised she was so eager to just ruin her dress when she talked about how they used the last of their money to make the journey.
I remember that too.
Right?
I was thinking about that whenever
girl, do you have any more money to make a new dress?
Anthony was shocked too. Because he didn't expect her to be, I guess, just so
nonchalant about it.
Just so down to earth and just stepping
literally the earth.
I feel like they almost sort of made up until she was trying to be competitive again and hit Anthony's ball to his father's grave.
Later on, Anthony and Edwina are talking in the sitting room, and they have like the most awkward conversation. I was thinking, man, there's no chemistry there.
It was just super, I guess, just dry and superficial. Whatever he asked, it's an expected answer from her.
Gives the perfect answer, right?
Pretty much.
And then with Kate, it's not what he expects.
Yeah, there's always surprises. And Edwina later on tells her sister that, oh, he was so charming. Like, we had such a good conversation.
And I was like, what? That's a good conversation?
Kate was kind of like just looking at her like, really? Is he really the right one for you?
I think Kate's thinking, like, he could be right for me.
Yeah, I felt like I could see it in her eyes. I guess earlier on, before they had met Anthony, they had, like, excitement in their eyes. Like, she was happy for whatever's going to be going on for her sister. Yeah. But now whenever they talk about Anthony, she's, like, reserving some, you know, her true feelings or emotions.
And when they first arrived at Aubrey Hall, she was, like, eyeing Anthony after looking at the estate. She was giving him eyes.
And Anthony, on the other hand, is with Daphne, and Daphne's kind of being his mentor now. She's telling him, do you have the feelings for this girl?
Does she give you the pitter-patters?
Do you burn for her?
You see Lady Danbury and the mom just eavesdropping on the respective parties. They're so messy.
I know, and then Lady Danbury's up on the stairs and they give each other the eye. Be like,
yeah, hey, you watching? Okay, good. We'll trade notes later. Meanwhile, back in the city, Lady Featherington is busy trying to come up with a scheme.
Because she does not want to be kicked out of the household once the new Lord Featherington finds himself a wife.
So she wants to pick him a wife.
She's like, we need to find someone who's dumb, stupid, and can be easily manipulated.
And who comes into the room? Prudence. And she's like, ooh, ding, ding, ding.
That's kind of funny.
It's so gross. Like, Pam was grossed out. He's our cousin.
Only the fourth cousin. Plus, they do it in the royal family, too.
Yeah, so think of it as being regal. And you can tell Prudence being like, huh, okay. So she brings Prudence to go get a new dress.
At the modiste with Madame Delacroix.
And she keeps telling her, lower. Like, lowering the bust line. Oh my god. With the new dress, the mom is trying to tell Prudence how to flirt with Lord Featherington. That was so awkward. Because this girl does not know how to flirt.
She can't. And he's just like not looking at her at all. Anthony goes and visits his father's grave.
The mom shows up to talk to Anthony. And we find out why he is not looking for a love match. It's because all these years he was so traumatized by seeing the mother traumatized herself with the death of the father, and he's like, I can't do that to anyone. Like, I'm not gonna cause that kind of pain.
And she was in depression for quite a bit after his father died.
So basically he's saying that he doesn't want anyone to fall in love with him. Like, how would he have control over this? That's what I don't understand. Like, he really thinks he would have control over anyone falling in love with him or not falling in love with him.
I felt like Lady Bridgerton was a little bit selfish because in front of Anthony, she was showing all of her pain.
I don't think that's her being selfish. That's just her being human. Like, she can only keep it in so long to herself. Like, it's not healthy to keep all that stuff in.
But she kind of, like, put all of her grief onto him. Like,
Probably
she was releasing it onto him, and he was the one that was absorbing all of it.
He was. But he was probably the only adult, too.
And he took it really hard.
Yeah, he just took it to heart a lot. And Colin, from his travels, he brought back a special souvenir in the form of drugs.
Colin only gave him a little bit, and then after he heard that it could help you, like, meditate for a long time.
Be calm. Benedict's like, oh, okay, let me dump the whole thing in.
Because he's super nervous about his acceptance letter when it's going to come in, because he actually applied to art school this time.
I was a little worried, like, is that going to kill him? Because that's a lot.
It's overdose, man.
So, that's how kicks in during dinner. And we see him high as a kite. He's got, like, the sweats. And I like how nobody really said anything. They just kind of, like, ignored him. Even when he knocked over the drink. That was so funny.
But at the dinner table, you can see that Anthony was eyeing
Kate,
yes.
You saw the eyes?
I saw the eyes, and Daphne saw it too.
Lady Danbury makes him give a toast. Kind of pushes him to do the proposal. So he gets up, and he almost asks the question. that Edwina was hoping for.
I think he was about to, but then he stopped midway.
Because he saw Kate.
Saw Kate again.
Yeah, he saw Kate again.
And I think that conversation ahead of the dinner with the mother kind of made him think again, too. Because the mother told him that even though you're a Viscount and you have lots of responsibilities and duties, you too can love someone.
And also the talk with Daphne. Like, who makes your heart pitter-patter? The next day, Anthony sees Kate and asks, is Edwina okay? And Kate's like, no, she's not really okay.
He's like, my feelings just weren't there yet last night.
And she calls him out, like, oh, so now all of a sudden you have too much feelings? When before you were saying it's not about feelings?
Mm-hmm.
And then a bee lands on Kate.
Bosom.
Well, anywhere. Like, he just freaks out. Poor thing.
Yeah.
He's, like, reliving the whole dad situation again.
Mm-hmm.
And Kate is just like, hold on, it's okay. It's just a sting. I'm okay.
Kate tries to calm him down.
Yeah, and the dad had said in one of the flashbacks, you cannot show someone your best without allowing them to see you at your worst. And I feel like that was his worst.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really touching moment. And they almost kiss.
I feel like Kate is there to, like, kind of break his wall. She hits the ball to his father's grave. That was something that people dared not to, like, touch or talk about to him. And then she's also there with the bee. So she's, like, pushing down his walls.
Inadvertently, but you're right. And it's allowing her to see him for who he really is.
Mm-hmm. His true self.
Yeah. So this is getting good.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting steamy.
I'm wondering how Kate's gonna react whenever she sees her sister again. Because they had that moment, even though they didn't kiss, you know, but they got quite intimate.
It's becoming a real triangle. And an awkward one because they're sisters. So now back in the city, the Cowpers are over for dinner at the Featherington house. Cressida got her best performance going. She is such a pro at flirting.
Whereas Prudence is just like drinking.
Terrible.
Yeah, she keeps on drinking and eating.
Not even trying. She did not get the assignment.
The mother keeps on like nudging her like, come on, come on.
And she's like, oh, okay, would y'all like me to sing later? I will sing for you.
And her mother's like, oh, that's okay, don't do that, please don't.
Please don't.
And Penn asks Cressida, like, oh, is your gown from that new modiste place?
And Cressida says, yes, she got the best designs.
Unlike the old ones that Madame Delacroix has. And eyes Penn.
So mean.
Penn, the next day, 2 birds with 1 stone, gets back at Cressida and tries to find herself a new helper to disguise her Lady Whistledown identity.
That was so smart. I love it.
The Lady Whistledown papers comes out commenting on how the new modiste in town has a lot of vulgar designs.
And Cressida is like covering herself up because that's what she's wearing.
Penelope shows up in her shop and was like, I think we can work together.
Yeah, you see what I can do for you? I need your help now.
Yeah, I brought you in some business.
I wonder what she has in mind.
I'm thinking like maybe she's probably using Madame Delacroix to like do her publishing papers for her, like send them off for her. It's funny though because last season Eloise actually predicted that it was Madame Delacroix that was Lady Whistledown.
Right. That is ironic. And now they're in cahoots.
Last episode I thought that her identity was going to be revealed real soon, but with this new scheme going on, I think she's going to be set for the season.
Oh, okay.
We do find out that Benedict got his acceptance letter into art school, so happy for him. Eloise and Colin, they were in Benedict's room while Benedict's really high and screaming out the window.
I thought he was gonna fall out. Oh my god.
It's so dangerous.
Right? Get into art school and fall out the window.
Colin asked Eloise about Miss Thompson, like how she's doing.
That came out of left field. Why is he
I'm
asking
shocked.
about Miss Thompson?
I thought he was over her already.
Yeah, and Eloise just tells him, like, oh, she doesn't live too far from here. She should have kept that to herself. Like, that woman is not good for Colin.
You think he might go visit her later on?
Yes. Oh, he's still pining for her? No. That girl tried to ruin your family, Colin. You think a year away would have given him some sense.
Must be something about first love.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. I feel bad for Pen. My poor Pen. If you stayed with us till this point, be sure to leave us a bee emoji.
Because now we find out the significance of the bee to the Bridgertons. And it's so tragic.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up.
If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button to get more Bridgerton reactions from us.
And don't forget to ring the notification bell to get the latest updates from this channel.
Follow us on Instagram at PLEB and Nameless. We have lots of exclusive content for you there.
And thanks for watching. See you guys next time on Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless. Bye!